Phil here from Spartan Racing again. So I had a bit of a mishap last week. My poor computer actually absolutely died. The mainboard fried and took out my CPU and also damaged my RAM, and I lost everything. So a bit of an upgrade was done. So I went a little bit hardcore and ended up getting a 3090 card with the new mainboard, 64 gig of RAM, and a new NVMe drive. So now I'm really seeing some frame rates. But I'm back up and running now. So what I wanted to show was another follow-up with the Bezel kit from ASUS. Is it from ASUS? ASRock. Bezel free kit. As you can see, I've got it installed. It's a bit hard to tell on camera because it looks better when you're actually sitting in the screen. Let's move that one just a wee bit, but it looks a lot better when you're actually sitting in the car or in the sim, looking around. So a couple of things I found. I had my monitors originally, the angle was about if you measured the angle from the middle monitor, so from this monitor up here across to the side monitor, it was about 135 degrees, and that gave me pretty well close to the 45 degrees that you require in a lot of the sims. But what I did find was I was getting a bit of distortion from the actual bezel free kit. So they supply you with this little guy, as you can see there. Get that nice and focused, and it's a little template that you pop out of the packaging, and this sets your monitors up at 130 degrees. So you put this up into where your monitors join, so it sits in where the monitors join, and then you change your angle to suit what this little guy does. When I did that, I actually found that it really did benefit the way the bezel free kit works, and it made a difference in everything lining up and made it a lot easier to set up. So once I did that, I then dropped into the first sim, which was Assetto Corsa Competizione, and I don't know if I said that right, and I set up my angle here at 50 degrees because 130 degrees plus 50 is 180, which gives you the 180 degree wraparound. And again, that helped. And then I set up my viewing distance. So I'm 540 millimeters from the screen to my eye, and my actual screen width is 600 millimeters. And that gave me the correct angle of view. And I did actually put a bit of a minus bezel width in there just to make some little corrections to it. So it was still sort of in areas sort of up in here, it was a bit stepped out. So with the little adjustment, it actually made a difference. And it's pretty well worked the same in iRacing as well, where I just went in and set up all my FOVs correctly, and then jumped into the car and then went into the camera adjustment and just made some minor tweaks. But so far, this bezel free kit is actually proving okay. Like I said in my previous videos, there's a couple of things that are annoying. The way they actually mount, the actual mounting brackets that they supply are not very good, but it works. One of the screens, this one here, on my right hand side, I touched just ever so gently with my fingernail, and it scratched, and put a little scratch up in it, so it does scratch very easy. You get this little dark lines on the edges of where the plastic is, but if that's the worst, it's a lot better than the dark lines you get from the bezels. So overall, after about a week of playing around with this, well, not really a week, it's a few days because my computer died, as I mentioned before. And yeah, so it just took a while to get everything back up and running again and reinstalling everything because, like I said, I lost everything. So just want to do a quick follow-up with this, and so I'm very happy. Oh, and I've added now a fourth screen up the top here, and this one is running Sim Racing Tools software, which is fantastic for tuning and doing setups. So it's Sim Racing Tools, and I've been again exceptionally happy with that. And it's nice to be able to have that, so that what I can do is when I'm running some laps, I can just come in, if I can find my mouse, come in and just select the laps that I want to check, and I can check all my suspension, the handling, dampers and bits and pieces. So all in all, extremely happy. Everything works really well. Let's grab a lap. Here we go. And let's just check. So for instance, something like my dampers, which as you can see are really bad at the moment because it's just the default setup. So it's nice being able to have that, and that just updates with each lap as I go, and then I just come, when I pause the game, and I can come up and I can select the laps to see how things are running, how my suspension's running. I can check things like my pitch and roll gradients. There's so much in this. It's really it really is something. Anyway, so that's running on my 4th monitor. Still got another toy to come, hopefully around Christmas time, or maybe a little bit into January, but I'll let you guys wait and see what that is when I get it all set up and running. But very happy with the new PC rebuild, very happy with the bezel kits, very happy with having the extra monitor. Now, just out of interest, the extra monitor is just a cheap ASUS monitor. It's a 27-inch flat screen, 1920 by 1080, and that's all you really need for the 4th monitor, and it was seriously like $170 from Scorptech. It was so cheap, and it just works really well. Anyway, thanks guys, talk to you again soon. Keep the comments coming. Thanks for the feedback, and I will hopefully be on before Christmas. If not, I hope everybody has a wonderful Christmas and great holidays. Be safe and enjoy yourselves. Hope you get some nice new toys. Bye.